Hello everyone and welcome back to Odyssey of Combat. Thank you so much for being already here. And,
yes, you were saying you are familiar with the Alypo, right? Because he's from your local scene?
Specifically, he's from a little bit more south in the country. Not specifically from my local scene, but yeah, I do know him, yes.
Yeah, so what we were saying is that we can expect a patient play from him with Akuma.
More defensive, more pokey style of play. I'm very curious to see if he's gonna change this style because, well, Sagat cannot range him, so let us see if he adapts, Yannick.
Yeah, we start the game with nice whiff punish with that step kick, and he is already in the corner, which is probably not where he wants to be, but Chico doing a good work of keeping him in the corner for now. And he's already very low HP. Sagat, of course, a high damage character. Akuma, a low health character. But Alypo finds EXDP and gets out of the corner for the time being. But it's still Chico who's bringing down the heat for now. Playing the more active side of the neutral game.
For sure. And we can see him zoning a bit, just chilling.
No punish on the target combo.
Very unfortunate for Alypo because that would have equalized the health pool, I would say.
Yeah, at the very least. A good counter hit confirm. We're back in the corner and the crouching medium kick is going to take round one. A very controlled performance by Chico so far.
I would say what was kind of expected from the data that we had, for sure. But Alypo started this round. Yeah, tell me, Yannick.
Yeah, it was looking good for Alypo, but Chico manages to find the cross-up jump over him to put Alypo in the corner, and again the target combo goes unpunished. But Alypo finds his initiative anyways. Goes for the empty Tiger Nexus.
Oof, very good check with that jab, to be fair. Gets in the corner too. What is the conversion from Chico though?
We're not going into any supers just yet. Not going to kill, no need to risk. But this...
yeah, the kill. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, missed the confirm. But Alypo also bans himself out, and now...
Very good.
Good jump. Really good read on attempt to chip him out. And the first game goes to Chico.
Very good read to end this run specifically. But to be fair, that was a very eager level 1 attempt from Alypo. An understandable one, but still very eager in my opinion, Yannick.
Yeah, definitely, although... Well, he was at a frame disadvantage, so going for a reversal Super 1 in a situation where blocking the reversal is also going to kill. Very understandable move, but Chico manages to get the read and finish the round off. And this round starts looking similarly to round 1 of the first game. Alypo in the corner with low health, and Chico not letting him get out.
Yep. Poking very well, maintaining the corner, but...
Finds the crouching medium kick, but yeah, it seems that Chico's strategy to corner pressure in this set so far is just controlling the opponent and not letting him get out instead of trying to pressure hard, which seems to be a working approach against Alypo. And that is one of the ways you can play with corner pressure, obviously, because your opponent has limited options to move, because there is a wall behind them.
Sure.
And they are more likely to take more risks, so you can play a little bit more slower and reactive.
And Sagat is very good for that, because those buttons are long as hell, the stand medium kick. Even the crouch medium punch as well, the stand light kick. I could go further, as you know, Yannick. So, yeah. Very fair.
Yeah, he's fishing a lot with that standing medium kick in the neutral, which seems to be a really good pattern in this matchup. That's a good end-air, but a little bit too high on the level 3
DP.
On the DP, yeah. And I didn't know it could happen for Sagat.
To be fair, I only saw it happen once for myself, but this will connect because that was point blank for Alypo. That was actually pretty decent. Won't kill though?
Kill? No. I know you can tell by animation, but I see the demon so rarely that I can't really tell. Anyways, but this entire hits, and this time no further damage than the DP was needed. I see Andrej, and on the other side will be Hamori, which I'm not exactly familiar with, but he's playing Cammy. They're playing Cammy, maybe I should say. And Andrej also playing Sagat, so we get another Sagat already, second in a row. But a different matchup, although maybe not as that different, because, well, both Akuma and Cammy have a dive kick, and the aerial pressure is a significant part of the movesets.
For sure, for sure. Akuma's pressure, I would say, a little bit more varied than Cammy. But the dive kick on Cammy's part, as we see it right here, on my opinion, it is better. So...
yeah, definitely. Okay, Andrej a little bit more active on the defensive than we've seen Chico. A good crosscut from Hamori though. And the health is equal, drive is equalish. Stage position a little bit of an advantage to Hamori. Good anti-air. And blocks another DP. Andrej is one of those players who likes to go for a little bit of a risky play on defense, from what my experience. Just to condition the opponent to respect the reversal a little bit more later on. Andrej manages to finish the first round with a nice hit.
I was just gonna say, and again, he also prefers those risky defensive options as well, even on shorter sets, as we are seeing right now in an FT2. So I do have to respect that. He does make the opponent try to respect it a little bit. And so far he got the first round, a very tough first round, but let us see.
Yes, goes for the overhead from Driverush. Tries to overhead once again. Hamori ready with the DP. We've seen a lot of DPs in this set already from both sides.
For sure. Ooh.
Oh, and this one is not going to miss, but that was very close to the ground. And is this going to kill? Marisa would have killed there with Gladys into level 3.
It won't
but is
kill.
this going? This is also not going to kill, I think. But this is also going to be close because it's CA.
And it was quite optimal with the charge DP as well, but very aware is Andrej.
I'm not sure what the idea is with the spider arrow here though.
Probably trying to get a parry bait from Andrej, but alas.
Oh, parry bait, okay, yeah. That
would be my bet, Yannick, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was a little bit surprised to see him approach him after the super, because I think there was a chance that even blocking an ODDP would have chipped him out. So I expected him to try to keep distance, or maybe try to bait out DP somehow. But instead he goes for that parry bait, which is smart when I think about it, but it didn't work out this time.
Very patient was Andrej on that situation, and DI! Very reminiscent of what he was doing 2 weeks ago, let's just say so.
Yeah.
And this one working as well.
Yes, many people tend to say that DI is not really a reaction check in high-level play, that it's only used for situations where it's valid, but Andrej proving everybody that this is not the case. You can still reaction check people with DI in high-level play. You just have to think about the mental stack a little bit harder. But this combo is putting him very close to winning the entire set, and he ends it with a perfect familiar face. Making us to everybody who's following OOC. And StopResetPlease is a Marisa player. But I know, I think he's pretty active on the Marisa Discord.
I think I've seen him in ranked like maybe once or twice. But in terms of commentating, it will be my first time commentating their Marisa. So yeah, like I'm excited because you're gonna be judging.
Well, you play Akuma, so you can judge BobtheFreak then.
Yeah, I trained with him a few weeks before, of course, before I had crash and before I went on vacation. So yes, I will be judging this one. Let us see.
Yeah, this is a matchup that I would think favors Akuma, but it is a very high variance matchup, I would say, where, well, Marisa is a high damage character, one of the highest damage characters in the game. Akuma is the only low low health character in the game. So a bad decision by Akuma can cost you the entire game.
Totally agreed with you on your interpretation on the matchup for sure.
And so far, StopResetPlease is on a roll with Marisa's pressure.
Good anti-air.
Good anti-air with crouching heavy punch, a button that can be a little bit inconsistent. But at that spacing, it is pretty good.
Very good roundhouse as well.
But good whiff punish from BobtheFreak, and now Marisa is in the corner. Good jump forward jab to anti-air the demon flip. Oh, yeah. This is one of those things when you block a fully charged Gladius, if you backdash, then a drive rush heavy punch is going to catch you. So this is a very well, it feels good to backdash there because you feel like Marisa is far enough for you to have time to backdash. But if you get decides not to spend a super there and pays the price.
Yeah, gets split there on the jump, yeah.
Yeah, and to finish my thought, Marisa can hard call out the backdash, which usually isn't a bad decision. But if she does hard call out you, this is going to be big damage.
Yeah.
And I guess this is in line with Marisa's kind of playstyle. You want to go for those hard callouts that lead to big damage with her.
If you get them, the reward is absolutely great. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
When the reads Yannick,
Yeah,
StopReset is getting them.
Yeah, decides to go for the side switch after the heavy Dima. Good anti-air. Oh, and that should be dead, although yeah, going only for a not charged heavy punch after the DP led to him being forced to go into a different combo route that didn't kill there. But that wasn't an OD DP, so sometimes those DPs can be hard to punish with a fully charged button, so I don't really blame him, especially when he was so close to killing anyway and put him in a cheap scenario, so it's not like he was getting out of it easily anyways. Oh, and this should be, yes, no need to get fancy with the combo, just going for the medium punch, OD Gladius, level 3, GG's, shake my hand.
Yep. You got big damage by Marisa.
I'm pretty hype about this set. This might be one of the better sets today. Drive rush, fun as the starter for ISDD, but Abuyoshi finds standing medium punch into command grab. Oh, ISDD tried to catch him with that elbow, but Abuyoshi was ready to block it. ISDD gets the corner, but bends himself out in order to get it. And Abuyoshi ready to go for those command grabs, stack up those medals early. And really good bait on the level 1 super from ISDD. And gets 5 medals and won the round, which is basically a nightmare scenario when you're fighting against Manon.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm still Daddy turning up the heat. Starting a lot more offensively this time around. But a very good anti-air from Abuyoshi, the awareness is there.
Yes, it seems for now Abuyoshi is not that afraid of giving up a little bit of space in order to try to catch ISDD overreaching to try to land a hit. And that strategy has been working for him, although in this round it seems that ISDD manages to clutch it out. Both players in burnout almost tripped out with that dive kick, but because of burnout he was still at a frame advantage.
It was a very deep dive kick as well. It hit Abuyoshi's toes, so that helped for sure as well.
Yes.
Already in the corner once again, Yannick.
Yeah, but well, really good OD hit grab to. Ooh, is that okay? That has more invincibility than level 1. Okay. Oh, but gets burnt out by this. Also super.
This is very big for I'm Still the Daddy though.
Yes, a few very good decisions by Abuyoshi, but ISDD manages to get himself out of the tough situation.
Doesn't quite kill. Goes for the XTP though. And Abuyoshi with the shimmy countering that option very well.
Yeah, Abuyoshi going for very hard reads in that round, and most of them working out. And that seems to be the style for him. Obviously, that's a little bit how you're supposed to play a grappler, like a Manon. But on the other hand, ISDD very ready to burn himself out, to overextend, to try to be the one who grasps the initiative. But this round he decides to play it a little bit more slower and gets the perfect. So perhaps this is going to be the adjustment for the time being. Good with punish, and this is going to be big damage. Decides not to go for level 1 just yet. Abuyoshi finding a counter hit. But a crouching medium kick is going to put him right back in the corner. And with level 3 on deck, this could be one hit away from death.
Okay,
good jump in from Abuyoshi though.
Okay. Gets the mix with the throw on the corner. And gets the
the
DRC
overhead.
overhead. Yeah.
And this is going to be it. And he's going to equalize the set. First 1-1 of the evening on stream, I think.
I think so, yeah. I think so, yeah. I think you're right, Yannick, yeah.
And let's see, we've seen a little bit of an approach change from ISDD, so I wonder if Abuyoshi is also going to adjust his playstyle.
It's very tough for Manon to deal with this kind of offense from Mai though. So Abuyoshi is... Oh, but that's a very good crouch fierce. I'm Still the Daddy in the corner. Well, now in the mid screen already, but... What a read,
Good jumping
Yannick.
once again. Oh, but gets the level 1 super, and of course he's going to get the stocks and mix with those fans.
Okay, burns himself out. Abuyoshi is in the corner though. Once
Yeah,
again,
good defense by Abuyoshi. Gets ISDD to burn himself out, trying to overreach, and gets the stun. I don't think this is going to kill.
I agree. Goes for the reset into the command grab. What a
No
strike.
punish on the command grab, but manages to land a hit anyways, and this is going to be a set point for ISDD. And this time it's one medal and a lost round, so a nightmare scenario for Manon.
For sure.
Good with punish with a sweep.
We'll get the OK as well. Doesn't convert that counter hit. Very unfortunate. What an air grab from I'm Still the Daddy. Very, very good air
Good
to
block
air
on the
option.
overhead this time, and he gets the punish counter, the whiff punish on that heavy kick.
That's the cross to get out of the corner and the conversion as well. Okay, okay. What do you
Yeah,
think
decides
of
to
this,
spend it. Well, I think this is mostly for drive. Because now Abuyoshi is at risk of getting burnt out if, for example, he just throws an OD fan.
He did
like
have
that.
the level 2, but yep. It was a very tough situation, to be fair, as you said, Yannick. He kind of had to commit to something, otherwise
now,
he would
to
be
be
fair. There's no one coming at the top of my head as well, so yeah, for sure I can did it, for sure. It's gonna be my first time seeing this particular matchup, so let us see, Yannick.
Yeah, so far playing very calm and cautious. Finally manages to find a throw bait on Krackerlack from Glorith. And they get Krackerlack in the corner. And find another hit. Low on drive though. Oh, but a dropped combo, and this is the risk you take when you play this new character on a tournament. Obviously, a lot less time to get that muscle memory to get all those combos running. But a good reaction from Glorith says, I may not be playing modern, but I'm reacting to that DI. Whoa. Manages to catch her with while charging. Good perfect parry on the DI. Of course, there wasn't enough health to... Oh! That was an attempt at a dirty DI, but didn't have the health to answer with a DI on that one.
A little bit reckless on Krackerlack's part. I can see the idea for sure, but Glorith had the awareness there.
I think she panicked because she didn't forgot that she doesn't have health to DI back, because that's usually what you want to do against when you do a dirty DI, right?
Exactly. Glorith just chilling a bit, but does indeed get caught with the driver slow forward from Krackerlack. Okay.
Yes, definitely a much shorter round. Okay. Oh, and really good follow-up on those OD Sand Blasts to punish Ingrid charging her stocks. Which, when I think about it, is probably a very important tool to have in this matchup. And now we're going to Memphis, and this is going to be a very good position to be in as Krackerlack.
Just get the low forward.
Into level 2, decides to go for a combo. Of course, you can try to look for a tricky reset with level 2, kind of like with JP's level 2.
That's the overhead, but what? There was a parry.
Yeah, that was an attempt at a reversal. Krackerlack didn't bite and gets the punish. Also, those two overheads in a row, a tricky move. And
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Wait, is it GG's already or?
I don't think so, is it?
That was game 1, right?
Yeah, I think we're just yeah. I think Krackerlack just went to get a breather. Okay, yeah. That's fair.
Okay, Krackerlack said, let it be known that I was trying to DP there. I think she's talking about that dirty DI situation. Because I think Lux DP is one of those that can dodge DIs, right? So that makes sense. A good punish on the reversal again. We've seen quite a few of those punished.
That was rather unfortunate.
With the charged knuckle to bait the parry, but then impales herself on it anyway. I'm not going to pretend I'm not doing this kind of stuff when I play against JP.
It has
as well,
happened to me playing against my mentor using Ingrid, so yeah, I felt that one, Yannick. But
we get the stun. Not going to kill just yet.
Okay.
Suddenly, it's not looking so bleak for Glorith in this round. Oh, and just as I said it, Krackerlack finds the hit to get herself on the set point.
Yeah, a little bit of that classic commentator jinx right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, a little bit of zoning from Glorith and doing very well, getting up to 3 stocks already. Okay.
Yes, Glorith has been trying to get those stocks in this set with limited amount of success. But I don't think we've seen them use the laser beam in neutral that often. It seems to me that they're more like trying to keep them in, saving them for a good cash out combo, if a good hit lands.
Appears to be the case, yeah. But Krackerlack is getting such a good placement with these roundhouses. It's kind of amazing, to be fair. Very low on the drive gauge side is Glorith as well. Okay, we'll get the conversion and the kill. Yes,
into
sir.
Overlordnix versus Nabil, a Dhalsim versus Mai, another Zoner versus
a Shoto-like character, I would say.
Yeah. Overlordnix, of course, another player from Czech Republic, like Krackerlack. a strong player as well, one of better Dhalsims in Europe, I would say.
Totally agreed with that. And Nabil, of course, rocking the Mai.
Yes,
Getting the
a really
corner
good
carry.
jump in. And now, this is what Mai does the best. Throw loop you.
Yep.
Which
Getting,
is so
of course.
much different from all of the characters in this game.
I'm gonna cry. Don't make me cry. Okay. Lands that low forward and will get the kill with the level 1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There it is. First round goes to Nabil. Already
Yeah, so far,
getting...
Overlord is getting a little bit of a... It's not that easy to keep a Mai far away from you, I think. Those fans, OD fans specifically, make it difficult for Dhalsim to zone with his limbs.
And the walk speed, the forward walk speed at least, is very good on Mai's end as well. At least I would say that, Yannick. I would say that it's pretty good, so...
Yeah, but he's doing a good job zoning this round. Oh, but just as I said... Oh, but Nabil drops the combo and we have a back throw incident. And Overlord goes back to zoning, but falls onto an OD fan. And this is starting to look scary for Overlordnix. A good throw into the corner.
Gets a good headbutt, but still not out of the corner. He does have the distance though. Does have the distance to recover his drive gauge. Does get the side switch with the TP.
Yeah, gets the throw from the teleport on Fireball. But I think he's still a little bit behind on health. Now he is on the advantage, so if a timeout comes to pass, he is going to be the one winning. Of course, we're still pretty far from a timeout, and this level 1 is going to kill.
That was a lot of damage on the level 1. To be fair, I have to confess, I did not think that it would kill. But this specific level 1 does deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's what I was going about to say as well. Like, this is a strong level 1, but I was surprised to see it kill as well, because I think that was a combo from Lights, right?
I think it was a jump light, yeah? Yeah. I do think
those are supposed to be heavily scaled, right?
They are. But alas, it was enough. Okay.
This round looking much better for Overlordnix, but Nabil is on the offensive, although a little bit low on drive.
Okay, gets the end here as well. Very good
Good
level
reaction.
Two,
And this is going to be tough. Overlordnix close to burnout.
Good parry.
Parries the DI to get himself a little bit of drive back. Oh,
Okay.
that parry might cost him, although a whiffed throw is going to cost Nabil this game, and Overlordnix manages to clutch it out. He wins the game 1.
Yeah, very scrambly on those last like 4 to 5 interactions though, for sure. On the corner.
Yes, it seemed to me like Nabil was trying really hard to get Overlord into burnout, and Overlord was defending really smart to prolong that situation as long as possible.
For sure, totally agreed on that end. Good jab though from Nabil to get him out of the air. But the roundhouse is hitting, charges the fireball, chills a little bit, knowing that he does have a lot of advantage on both bars.
And suddenly this set is starting to look very much in favor of Overlordnix.
Nabil is having a lot of trouble getting in.
But he gets the perfect parry here, and this is how he's going to get in, and into the corner even.
Gets the level 1 very smart as well. Ooh,
Wake up level 2.
Yep, that was a throw attempt from Nabil there. Okay, gets the side switch into the throw. Okay,
Yes, and
zoning
it
a
seems
lot.
that Nabil desperately needs to find a way to get in.
For sure. And there it is, already on the corner, but ooh, we got an incident. You said me, Yannick, we have a problem.
This is looking very scary for Nabil.
Good poke. Thunder
Oh,
from
but that
Nabil.
DI is not going to hit the mark, but
The drop though.
not going to kill just yet. But this DI is going to find its mark, and Overlordnix is going to take it 2-0. No, never
And-
mind. He's switching to Ed.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen Railgun. I think it was like either 2 or 3 weeks ago, unranked with Ed. I quite liked it.
I think I ran into him playing at ranked a few days ago, or maybe it was yesterday even. Definitely a good ad, I would say.
I would
2000
agree.
MR, so had to be too harsh. But so far, the beginning of the round looks very much in Aizor's favor. All of the choices seem to work out for him for now. Another good guess, punish cutter throw.
It was unlucky. There was an EX coming from Railgun's side though there.
Yeah, well,
Maybe a misinput.
yeah, that could have been a misinput DP. That makes sense to me. Because an OD fireball at that range, in that situation, doesn't seem sensible to me.
Yeah.
OD snatcher doesn't make much sense either, I think.
Maybe a risky hard read. Just for the vibes, Yannick, I don't know, but the thing that is certain is, oh, that was a very good whiff punish. The conversion. Unlucky though.
Misses the conversion, but gets the jump in on the fireball. And
will
going
be
to
burned out
level
as
2.
well.
Yes, decides to not go for any fancy combos. Of course, if you decide to spend to get all of the hits of the level 2 early, you can secure the burnout easier because, of course, only the final hit deals drive damage.
Exactly.
So, a sensible decision from Railgun, but
Okay, this is why kill, but this air slasher will kill. And a very aggressive playstyle that I think that we can expect from typical Razor, from what I've seen from him in ranked as well, for example. And the thing is, it's working very well against Ted. Maybe that's the reason why, Yannick, we are seeing that switch right now.
yeah, it seems that Railgun decided that Ed is not going to be the right answer for this kind of playstyle. Goes back to Cammy. It was very experienced on her as well. But with punish, not much damage though. But Aizor manages to find OD fireball, but Railgun gets out of the corner with that combo. Good entire though.
Ooh, a good, very good delay the XDP, catching Aizor there. I like that option, we don't see that every day. And it paid off really well. Okay, very low on the drive gauge as well, Yannick is Aizor.
Yes, and the Railgun, it seems that he's playing a lot more active with that Cammy. Of course, a different character, a lot more aggressive character, but this change of pace seems to be fitting him well in this matchup so far.
I'm loving this switch from him, to be fair. It's working a lot. But Aizor is getting a lot of leverage as well from those EX slashers, but almost almost like the same outcome in this round. You see almost the same side switch from Railgun as well.
Yeah, it does seem like a Groundhog Day a little bit. And this is going to be a kill as well.
1-1.
Yes, and the switch up from the reactive to more active gameplay for Railgun is paying off a lot. And this makes sense because we often see that it's the case that players who play very aggressive also make very risky choices on defense. So when Railgun manages to grab the initiative, he finds those opportunities to land big damage. Well, didn't read the reversal this time, but it seems to be that this set is going to be decided by who manages to grab the initiative first and hold on to it, more than a slow neutral style gameplay.
gets the burnout, and this is very good situation for Railgun. Gets clipped by that by that Fierce in the corner. And
Yes, DeeJay, of course, no invulnerability on that level 1, so I think that was a checkmate trip out situation.
And a very good conversion here from that dive kick, but not reading that EX flash kick. Right. Almost got that check, but the trade was of course in favor of Aizor. But another check with the jab, Yannick, from Railgun.
Yes, Cammy, of course, really good jabs, can link it into some good battles on counter hit as well.
And this will get the kill if Railgun wants to. There it is. Finishing off with, of course, that mythical level 3. Finish! There it is.
Yes, and the character switch seems to have done its job. Really well done by Railgun to realize that this is the way to go.
Really like that character switch for sure. Trying to up the tempo on the neutral side of things. Also got a very good amount of dive kicks. That is one thing I would like to point out from Railgun. As we said, Yannick, that more aggressive poking style from Aizor, with of course the X air slashers as well, which is of course one of the best weapons that DeeJay has. Got him a lot of leverage, but the character switch was lethal for sure.
Yes, and now we're going to get into ISDD versus Andrej.
Will we
A
see the
Sagat
mirror? Now that's crazy. We are actually gonna see the mirror. Okay.
Both players that we've seen today in game 1 and game 2, respectively, I think.
I do think so, yeah. I do think so. Let us
Andrej, of course, a lot more aggressive, a lot more willing to take risks kind of playstyle compared to ISDD. So let's see which playstyle is going to prevail. For now, it seems to be Andrej on the offensive, and ISDD already on very low health.
Good DP from Andrej. Same decision on that neutral reset, that was kind of funny.
Yes, and Andrej starts the set with a perfect.
Okay, both in zoning distance. Very good roundhouse anti-air from I'm Still the Daddy. Resetting the situation, but very good as well.
Good job. Oh, whiffs the DI this time. I think ISDD backdashed and that's why it whiffed.
Yep, I think that was the case, indeed.
And now ISDD has the life lead, but he does not have drive gauge and he does not have the super. But he's probably going to have super by the time he gets to the corner. Yep. If Andrej decides to take him there. Well, he's out of burnout anyways. But Andrej manages to land a hit. Oh, drops the combo. I'm not sure if that would have killed if he got it. But I think he could have built level 3. Oh, drops the combo again. Goes into... Oh.
This will kill.
Yes, that killed actually. So... Well, ISDD had to spend all of his super bars in that round, so he is going to be at a disadvantage in this round.
For sure.
But
Pretty
it's
good
not that big of a
conversion
deal, I think, in this matchup.
Will he bait? No, he goes for the throw there.
Yes, wake up level 3 hits, and this is going to be some good damage, some good drive damage. And now the advantage is on the side of Andrej.
STP trying to force that range there with the jump, but Andrej, of course, as it is typical from him, getting a pretty good DP. Of course, it is on ISDD's part now to try and, of course, get the round because of Andrej's advantage, but pretty good crouch medium punch placement, Yannick.
Yes, very good, and finds the confirm into DRC into the killing combo, and game 1 goes to Andrej. And the question is, are we going to see... What kind of adaptation are we going to see from ISDD?
We don't see a character change.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, already
And-
on the corner. Tell me.
I guess this is something that we... Oh, the DI hits this time. And this is going to be another perfect for Andrej. We started the first game with a perfect as well, so... 2 perfects so far this set. But I wanted to say that...
Tell me.
I wanted to say that with how many characters ISDD has, it's a little bit surprising to see him staying on Sagat in this situation. But perhaps he feels... Either he feels confident in his Sagat, or he wants to send a message that he's the better Sagat. Perhaps.
In my interpretation, Yannick, maybe he's dedicating a few hours, days, maybe weeks to Sagat. Could be that type of plan that we're seeing here. As he gets the reset, does have the level 2 available? Okay.
Level 3,
I
that's going to be the end. You are looking at the wrong path, I think.
Exactly. Very well done by Andrej with the reset then. Getting the kill. But yeah, could be that scenario, Yannick. He could be, of course, dedicating a few hours.
Yes, it's going to be Krackerlack versus Zonstar. Zonstar playing Zangief. I don't think I've seen them before.
Me neither, to be fair. Zongi main. I like the name though. Let us see what they have in store for us.
Yes, rocking the mecha outfit. Oh, with DP is what we have in store for now. Krackerlack, of course, with a good punish. And a good shimmy to start the pressure off. Oh, but a good backdash on the throw attempt and goes for the OD SPD. But speaking of suppressor dispensers.
Yeah, that was a mad good one. A very good defensive suppressor. That was pretty sick from Krackerlack, not gonna lie. Okay, and the reset already. I like that. Another scoop.
Whiffed forward knee to bait the opponent. Okay, this one's looking a lot better for Zonstar. It seems that they're more of a trickster type of player.
Was successful, of course, on 2 SPDs, and on this round, there's the first one. At EX as well for the extra damage, and there's another scope. Gallic, I can sense you are laughing.
I'm a little bit surprised that SPD after 2 drive rushes wasn't level 3. Honestly, with what we've seen from Zonstar so far.
But this burnout. Oh, we see the forward dash on that wake up. Okay, I like this player. I actually like this player. But Krackerlack, of course, getting the conversion with the overhead will not build the level 1, unfortunately.
Oh,
Damn.
but gets the jump in. I think she could have... Maybe she could have chipped him out if he blocked that jump in. So he tried to anti-air it.
Okay. We'll try to get maybe a parry bait.
Yeah, but it seems to me that Zonstar doesn't have that strong of a defense, and when his tricks don't work out, he seems a little bit
Not
lost.
that solid. Yeah, not that solid, I would say. Oh, he does
but-
get his reaction though.
Yeah, he does have a reaction for the DI, throws Krackerlack into the corner, and now you have to guess against Zangief.
What a DP though. That's not killed because of deep
Modern
health,
reactions
but-
on the DP, and the DI gets the hit. Of course, Zonstar not enough HP to try to DI back. Not sure what they were trying to do, but couldn't beat the DI.
It was a little bit confusing with that option, I do agree, Yannick, but we get a pretty decent conversion from Krackerlack, and of course we get the Lupins. Does not get the DP though when Zonstar.
And Zonstar tries to
Slightly.
play a little bit more solid this time.
Agreed.
Doesn't go for the resets or greedy SPDs this time. Oh, and just as I said,
resets.
as I said,
2 resets. Will this... Oh my god! Okay.
And that's why they play Zangief. That's why they play Zangief.
Good read there. And good awareness for sure as well from Zonstar.
Okay, so he got me as well. It seems that what they were doing was playing, pretending to starting to play calm, just to go back into the crazy zone at the right time to catch the Krackerlack off guard. And he got me off guard as well. But this round is going to be all Krackerlack, and unfortunately this is going to be it for this set. Which is a shame, because I wanted to see more Zonstar play. I'm a fan. I'm a loyal fan for now.
I would honestly agree. I do like his very, very particular, very unique style.
Ball definitely messing up with how Marisa usually wants to play against fireball characters. Of course, breaking the armor on non-OD Scutum and all versions of Gladius. Also very, very good move speed, good dive kick. Okay, a dive kick.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not get too overzealous.
Yeah, not a great one for sure, but for one of the reasons, of course, the low fireball that you said, probably one of the main reasons that he picked Juri for this particular matchup, Janek.
I would assume so, yes. Mm-hmm. Definitely a very difficult to move to deal with as Marisa.
Ooh, we see the Spartan kick connecting, let's do it.
Also, it's not always easy to deal with her charging her stocks. At some ranges, standing light kick is going to punish. At some ranges, it's going to punish, but you can't cancel into anything without... And actually going into a combo will get you punished instead. A very inconsistent tool. Well, okay, maybe not very since the last patch, but not as consistent as it could be.
For sure. We see Chico with another reversal. Testing his luck against top reset, and it's working very well. Gets the low forward to start. And the corner already.
Yes, but manages to find the back throw stop reset. And this, he has to make it count, but Chico goes for the level 2. Level 2 also pretty difficult to deal with for Marisa. Of course, with those hits hitting so fast, so many of them, you can't really try to fight against it with an OD Gladius. Oh, and that super is not going to do it. Against that jump, maybe level 2 would have been the option. But I think they were committed to doing a reversal before they saw the jump, and that's why we've seen the level 3. They wouldn't have done it if they've seen the jump, is my guess.
Yeah, probably. Ooh, okay, very low on the gauge, and stop reset will...
Goes for the heavy punch nugget combo. Gets...
Very good!
Yes, goes for the combo into the eye to get the burnout, and Checkmate is going to do it, and this is going to be a perfect KO. Really good meter resource awareness from StopResetPlease on that last combo.
For sure. It's the first time that I have actually seen that heavy into the eye working. So really like that interaction for sure. Ooh, the second hit of the forward heavy kick connecting.
Yes, that's a very frustrating move to fight against. You see the first hit whiff, you try to whiff punish it and impale yourself on the second hit. That happens to me all the time.
And to me too, to be fair. To confirm what's that medium kick, the OEX Scutum, okay.
Yes, the OD version of course does have low armor, so you can try to go to the fireball. There is a little bit of a complicated mind game with if your opponent is ready for it. Because if you land a hit, the next hit a little bit spaced out, you can actually punish the counter hit before it hits you. That's a bit of a complex interaction, but Chico in control for entirety of this set and manages to grab the win. I'm indifferent about Bosch, and as I said, I don't like guest characters, so Tifa not my thing. But we getting into the game. Andrej already starting his offense. And gets a nice whiff punish on that heavy punch.
Two very good confirms already from Andrej. Ooh, but an incident.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, and this time the DP gets punished, and Krackerlack decides to go for the burnout combo instead of going for big damage. A really smart decision, I think, in this situation.
Agreed.
And let's see if is she going to try to risk.
Doesn't quite get the punish though.
Is that what she wanted?
Sorry, the chip damage. Maybe. She was probably considering it was enough for the chip. That is my interpretation, but...
Yeah, that could have been a miscalculation, but maybe one fireball more... That could have been a fireball, that... And she wanted to chip afterwards, perhaps. Maybe.
Could be. Maybe that was it, yeah. But we see
another good perfect parry from Krackerlack. And a good crosscut, although it's modern, so perhaps she didn't have to actually crosscut, but a good anti-air nonetheless.
How meaty was that roundhouse though, holy. Very good meaty from Krackerlack there.
Yes, and manages to get to the final round with full resources. Going to fight on equal terms.
Guess the
wakes up
reversal
with a
reads.
few of her own.
Will Andrej spend here? Probably. Yes, sir.
Yes, with that drive bar, definitely you have to spend to get yourself some drive back, but also to put Krackerlack on a very low drive. That blocking one heavy punch is all it takes. And now the possibilities of a stun are coming. Although Krackerlack manages to find a hit into level 3, and she's going to just about recover from burnout.
Yep, there it is. And goes directly into the fierce DRC. And it actually gets the hit.
And this is going to be game 1 to Krackerlack.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and it seems to me a little bit that for this set, the answer that Krackerlack has for Andrej's playstyle is she's going to match his freak a little bit.
Yeah.
Like those DPs, going heavy offense, but also the smart combo choice with burnout. It seems that that she is paying a lot of attention to the drive bar in this set.
I would agree, Yannick. Ooh, and a good shimmy. Does not get a full conversion from it though. Okay.
And we get a DI on Andrej. Not enough health to DI back, so it wasn't a completely crazy DI, but he did have super, so he could have reacted.
Yeah. He was heavily poking though with non-cancelable normals. That could be also a reason why Krackerlack decided to bust the DI out.
And another reversal from Krackerlack, and those keep hitting.
Still in the corner though. A little bit low on the drive gauge side of things as well. But ooh, does not cancel into the level 3. Gets the corner though.
Good step kick, but not counter hit, so no further combo from that.
Walking a lot, Andrej this time trying to force the situation with the forward jump. But Krackerlack, of course, with the modern DP and okay. On the other corner now.
And how much is he going to have to spend? I think level 2 or level 2, yes.
Yep.
I don't think there was a route into level 1 there that kills.
With the heavy knee as a finisher here, yeah, I think he does have to go into the level 2 for it to connect. I don't think level 1 is available there, yeah. So, pretty good management from Andrej, all things considered.
Yes, and we're going to final round with 1 bar versus 3. Not perfect, but not horrible either. Meter is pretty easy to come by in this game, so...
Back throw incident, maybe.
Oh, and also important thing to note, this is top 8, so it's FT3.
Yep.
This isn't
Different
set point
game.
for Krackerlack.
Yep. Different game being played. I mean, slightly different game being played with the FT3, and we see an offensive suppressor there.
Yes, and this is going to put Krackerlack on set point for this set. And Andrej has to win 3 straight if he wants to come out victorious in this one. So a pretty difficult road ahead of him. And I'm not sure what kind of adaptation he needs to get there. Luckily, I'm not the one who has to come up with it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I'm really happy that I'm not the one who's 0-2 against Krackerlack. For sure, as we see her getting another very good read with the forward jump conversion.
Oh, an attempt at dirty DI, and this time Andrej was ready.
Ooh, okay.
Getting a
Very
little
good
bit too
punish.
cheeky with those Krackerlack.
Ah, agreed, agreed. Okay. Ooh, the jump fierce actually lands Yannick, but
Oh, but drops the combo.
a little
But
bit
still,
scrambly. Oh. Ah, okay. Good DI, I guess. Going very heavy on the pokes once again, Andrej. Like, he does seem to go a little bit ham on the pokes, on the non-cancelable pokes, when he's low, and on these scramble situations, Yannick.
Yes, and I think that DI would have chipped her out if she tried to block it as well. So the only answer was to use a super, which with that amount of health left would also have been a difficult call to make.
For sure. Okay. Andrej desperately needs this round so he can survive. And he will get it.
Without
Very
spending super
optimal.
this time. Very optimal combo. And final round, it is a match point for Krackerlack. And Andrej needs this game if he, needs this round if he wants to continue the set.
Ooh. Whips around us and Krackerlack with a good read on that forward jump once again. Very unfortunate from Andrej. And
Not quite going to burn out, but very close. Yeah,
delays
delayed
that
meaty
fierce.
is going to be enough, and now there are chip scenarios, stun scenarios, and is Andrej going to spend level 3? Yes, he's
I think
going
it's
to.
a very good spend, yeah. He does need that burnout.
Yes, but he leaves himself with no reversal until he recovers. Oh, okay, he's recovered the bar now, so it doesn't matter that much. And yeah, this is going to be a checkmate scenario. So, and this should be a kill, I think.
Yep, very good.
So, very good presence of mind to be aware of resources that this is going to be the win condition, burning Krackerlack out. And with this, he manages to get one more chance in this set.
Yes, sir. But I'm very... I can say that I'm surprised to see Krackerlack doing some very good reads, but doing these types of reads in a player like Andrej, that I will say, I'm very impressed, Yannick.
Yeah, definitely. Not working out this last round, but she's still in the lead in the set. Still playing very confident. Oh, but that drive reversal is going to get blocked, and she's going to put herself in burnout, and this is a difficult situation to defend. I don't even know if you go for reversal level 1 if he tries to stun her.
It is an option. Yes, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
Yes,
You
but
said.
this situation didn't have to come up. Andrej finds the hit and gets the round. Oh, continues the target combo on block and manages to hit with the second hit. Would have been punishable if the second hit didn't land.
It's that thing that yeah, like if you do it, it's a frame trap. If you get blocked on that, it can be quite taxing. But he will get the conversion, yes sir.
Yeah,
And
so
the
this is
win.
going to kill, and this is going to equalize the set. So this round, this game 4, really in favor of Andrej, and the momentum is on his side now that we're going to final game of this set. And the question is Krackerlack going to find adaptations herself now? after Andrej adapted to her playstyle.
Once again, the frame trap hitting and very good shimmy from Andrej, getting a very sizable conversion and the corner as well. Krackerlack down to what, like 45%, I would say, maybe even less. It's gonna be tough, Yannick.
Yes, it's going to be tough, but she manages to find the hit and get out of the corner.
Oh, I like that. I
Yeah,
actually
so-
like that.
Yeah, at first I was thinking that it was a dropped combo, but it was actually an intentional side switch. Oh, but no combo on that shimmy punish.
And gets the target combo confirmed as well on that stand fierce. The bar is very, very low. The gauge is very low for Andrej. Good jump. Gets the
Yes.
burnout, very good.
Ooh, good cancel into DP, just enough to kill despite the armor. Good presence of mind to not go into a super there instead. That he had good presence of mind that he knew that the DP is going to be enough damage that the ammo would not matter in this situation.
For sure, Yannick.
And now it's him on the match point.
Yep. Ooh, but a very good whiff punish with the fierce from Krackerlack. Gets the corner and we're gonna get the Lupins. Okay. Ooh, that was cheeky from Andrej.
Yes, I think if that overhead landed, that could have been the set. But now he is in,
yeah. Tell me.
he is in burnout, and well, he does have level 3 on deck, so going for a stun would be risky. But going for a whiffy, for a shimmy is not, and that whiffed throw. Good punish from Krackerlack, and we're going into round 3 on equal terms. Final game, final round.
And already on the first top 8 match as well, Yannick. It's quite impressive. And quite good as a caster to see this, to be fair, on my part.
Yes, definitely. And both players close to burnout. Krackerlack already in burnout.
Finding a cheeky sweep there, Yannick burns himself down to get the offense going. Ooh, we'll get the confirm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just in time, just before that drive bar got recovered from Krackerlack, he manages to find a big damage hit, and he's going to recover from burnout very fast thanks to it as well. And now it's looking very dire for Krackerlack.
Ooh, that was a very, very important tech from Andrej. They're resetting the neutral. But
Good
DP.
anti-air, but that DP is going to do it, and Andrej takes it after all.
What a set. Honestly, what a
Andrej has made Krackerlack play a lot more uncomfortable than she was at the beginning of that set, and maybe that was what ended up being the decider.
Agreed.
But now we're going to go into another match in the winner's side, which is going to be Railgun versus Chico.
Yeah, they're not giving us any time to breathe. I like this. Again, very two high-level European players once again. And Chico, Railgun this time around opting to go for the edge, starting the set with the edge.
Yes, and we wonder if he's going to switch to Cammy if a need arises in this set. We've already seen him switch back to Cammy once, but it seems that it wasn't his confidence in him playing the character since he's back on it, so it was a matchup specific thing. And let's see if he's going to stay with it for this matchup.
I do think that very, very good confirm goes into the level 2, yeah?
Yes, and that's going to be it. A really important hit. To get.
Sorry, Yannick, tell me.
Yeah, because he was on the brink of losing that round, and yeah, that hit is exactly what he needed to make the comeback. Really good. That was, I think, a counter poke.
Yeah, I think so.
Also had the confidence to buffer GRC behind it to follow up with the combo. And now
we'll
he's
get the kill, I think.
Yes, with another level 2, I think. Although
maybe not. Lot of scaling.
Not quite.
lot of scaling.
Yes, but
Ooh.
manages to find the safe jump into a full string into chip out. So technically, you could consider that still a part of the combo.
Yeah. I think it was quite a checkmate, to be fair, so yeah. Ooh, we see the PP from Chico though, getting the corner with this conversion. Yes, sir. What's the OK, my kind sir? Tell me. Okay, stand medium punch. The bully move, one of the bully moves from this game.
Yes, the standing medium punch from Sagat. Of course, one of the most infamous buttons in the game right now, I think.
Yeah. You can say that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. You're gonna be right every single time, yeah. You have my permission as a Sagat main as well. For sure.
Yeah, I don't think any other button is getting as much hate as the Sagat medium punch at the moment, at least.
In terms of pressure buttons, yeah, for sure. But Railgun is slowly but surely, Yannick, getting away with the set.
Yeah, Chico already on very low HP, and if Railgun manages to take this round, we are again going to be in a situation where the other player has to make a full reverse sweep to win the set, and this is what we're going to get. And I'm going to ask, because Andrej was able to do it on Sagat to make the reverse sweep. Is Chico going to be able to do it as well?
Okay, he sticks with the Sagat. Once again, I respect this. I respect this man for it, especially considering, of course, in my interpretation of the matchup, I do think that Sagat struggles against that. But Chico is trying to prove me wrong, man. I respect this. I respect it.
And once again we see a combo into DI to get the burnout. And Chico manages to find a punish counter DI. Railgun still in burnout. And yeah, this is going to be easy round for to finish for Chico. Showing some signs of life in this set. Very important for him to get some momentum to make the reverse sweep, because there's a long journey ahead of him if he wants to win this set.
For sure. Getting this corner is a very... Oh, we do have an incident. I jinxed him, yeah. I jinxed the man.
But he manages to find the crouching medium punch from the drive rush. He's going to burn himself out with the combo.
Sir.
And let's...
Ooh, okay.
Doesn't
Not-
react, or perhaps decides not to react.
Yeah, it wasn't the sneakiest of the eyes as well, coming from a normal, so... Yeah. Ooh, okay. Checks the forward dash. And a very good check from Chico getting the corner, yeah.
Yes, and we're going to start with the throws. And again we see from a Sagat player playing the corner pressure just by standing a little bit further back, controlling the opponent, but Railgun manages to get the back throw once again. And this controlled approach did not work out for Chico.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he had a misinput on a DRC on the second jab there, but whoa, what a call
The
from
wake up
Chico.
DP does work for him, and I think this is going to be a block, yes. And
Okay,
Chico
Chico.
gets the first game for himself in this set.
He's trying to prove us wrong, Yannick. That's what I'm saying.
Right. He wants to show that he can do it just like Andrej could.
Yes, sir.
And let's see if he's going to be able to make it all the way. Railgun, of course, is going to do everything he can to stop him.
Okay.
Good whiff punish on the Tiger Knee. Ooh!
I think
I
it was
didn't know that. Was that a crouching medium punch that went under that Tiger shot?
I think it was a crotch medium kick, Yannick. Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Think
because his kicks are also punches. I forgot.
I think it was the case.
Yeah, really well done to drive rush and go with the normal under the Tiger shot. Railgun showing some really good matchup knowledge.
For sure.
And now he's getting the corner pressure, and this is looking very difficult for Chico. Railgun is on set point, so he cannot afford to lose this round.
Ooh, almost gets that whiff punish with the Nexus. That would be very, very cheeky from Chico, but unsuccessful. I like that one though.
Yeah, really good. Baiting the reaction, but Railgun manages to find a combo into level 2, and he's going to take this set.
I think, let's see. Yeah, both are ready. Already, Yannick. So let us indeed see what they have in store. Already on that very, very good distance.
Yeah, so far it seems that Abuyoshi wants to find the right time to jump in order to get in. Overlordnix, of course, ready with that drive reversal to get him off himself the one time he did get in. Oh, but really good anti-jump against an attempt at parry anti-air. Gets the common grab, and this is... well, he didn't manage to get the offense off with this, but a nice hit nonetheless, and well, he gets a medal at the very least, so he's going to have that damage buff for the rest of the match.
Yes, sir.
Good check on the teleport. No combo on the drill from Overlordnix. Not sure if... and that medium punch is going to finish off the round, so yeah. It seems that as I predicted, it doesn't look that easy to play this as Manon. Very difficult to get in and stay in. That common grab was not punish counter. I think a heavy punch common grab could have been a little bit out of range, and that's why he went for the slower one.
Might be. Ooh, that's gonna be very damaging, and we'll get the round as well.
Yeah, and the last medal for himself, so that level 3 is going to hurt if he manages to land it.
Yeah, all of a sudden not looking that bleak for Abuyoshi, but the zoning is stacking up, Yannick, slowly but surely in these first few seconds of the round. Ooh, what a jump in!
Very good air to air, but we get the perfect parry into back throw, so it's still difficult for Abuyoshi, although he manages to find a hit to get in.
Good conversion from Overlordnix on that air to air situation, getting that crucial distance as well. Tell me, Yannick.
Yes, and this is going closer and closer, looking like both players could end this with one good hit, although at this situation, at this point, Abuyoshi needs a very specific hit, whereas Overlord just needs teleport into jabs to finish the round off. I do wonder what combos does Manon have when punishing those long limbs of Dhalsim. Because in some matchups you get really good combos out of it, and some characters don't. I'm not sure what Manon does when she manages to, for example, medium punch punish his medium punch.
Oh, okay, punish countering the limbs. Yeah. Maybe Abuyoshi will have something in store in the later rounds.
Yeah, but so far it seems that he's not really fishing for that. He seems more ready to just block and jump his way in at the right timing.
It's working, to be fair, but it's costing him quite a lot as well.
Oh, anti-air on this one. And this is... well, Overlord is running out of space, but manages to find the teleport, and this might kill. Not quite. Okay, I'm overestimated the level 1 after the previous time we watched Overlordnix play.
To be fair, it's reasonable, Yannick, because I also thought it would maybe kill, so yeah. My goodness, but yeah, so far Overlordnix also in this match as well, doing a very, very good job on the zoning aspect and on the conversion aspects as well.
Yeah, definitely seems comfortable in the matchup.
More limbs. Ooh. And an EX diagonal yoga fire.
Yeah, so yeah, we see that Overlord seems to be very comfortable giving up a little ground when zoning, because he seems to be very, very confident in being able to find those teleports out of the corner. And I think this is something that Abuyoshi needs to fix in order to truly get in on him in this matchup.
Which is, to be fair, very,
Not
very
easy.
tough. Yeah, yeah. Not using the spins, as I was saying on the pre-match.
Yeah, this range I don't think it's going to work against the fireballs, and
And you're gonna
trying
get
to
cut by the limbs as well. That's the problem. Yeah. Ooh, what? That was very ambiguous. That teleport.
yeah, but I think it was Abuyoshi who walked forward underneath him, and that's why they side switched. And now Overlordnix is 2-0. Once again, we see a player needs to make a full, give a sweep to make the comeback. And this time he was close enough for the heavy common grab to be a full punish against the dive reversal. No need to risk opponent jumping out. And he gets the jump in, his opponent is in the corner, and this is the type of round that Abuyoshi needs. Or is it?
Ooh, yep.
It definitely is.
Yes, sir. Another medal in the bank as well going into the second round. It's a very, very good bonus.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Oh, what a
This is one thing she can do with punishing limbs. Punishing with a sweep, get the hard knockdown so he can back rise, and then get Oki.
What? That's a lot of damage.
And he's going to take it. Okay, so some very, very convincing rounds for Abuyoshi all of a sudden.
For sure. Almost a
And I'm not-
180 switch in terms of momentum.
Yes, but I'm not sure what he actually changed to get this result. It seems to me that it's just that the reads are actually were in his favor in those rounds. It's not like he changed something fundamentally about the playstyle.
Yeah, I would agree. And also all of a sudden, most of the interactions were being played in a more favorable range for Manon, I would say. That was one
Yeah.
of the factors.
Yeah, another thing we've seen, he didn't land it, but another thing Manon can do when we're punishing the limbs, she has this down forward heavy kick, I think is the move. It actually pulls the opponent into you when you hit them.
I call it the bicycle kick.
Yeah? Yeah, so I guess this is another tool that Manon has in this matchup.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is, being displayed.
Yes, didn't land it, but this is the idea. And I think at some ranges she can even combo from it when you get a punish counter with punish with it.
Think so, yeah. Ooh, gets clipped by the
I
fire.
used to play a little bit of Manon in first season, but I don't remember that much.
Oh, okay. That's new data for me, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been so long ago, I've mostly forgotten most of the stuff, but now I do remember that forward heavy kick is a tool in this matchup. And I wonder if Overlord is going to play for the timeout now. I guess.
Does seem like it is in the corner though. What? No! No, Abuyoshi! No!
Do level 2 supers also freeze the timer? Because if so, I think he could have won that round.
I don't think so. That's something I actually have to revise though. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if non-cinematic supers stop the timer.
I will have to revise that as well, but again, Abuyoshi very adamant on the jump in approach, and it is working, getting the corner as well. Okay, stand medium punch.
Yes, the target combo is punishable, but of course you can drive rush cancel it. So it is difficult to it is pretty difficult to contest it, even if you block it. Or maybe not that difficult, but maybe there is risk attached, or maybe that's how I should say it.
Agreed. So very good. Tell me.
Yeah, he seems very confident in his zoning right now. Getting that timeout round will get you confident in your zoning, I guess. And we might be looking at another one, honestly, when I look at the timer and the HP bars. If Abuyoshi doesn't make something happen, this could be a double timeout win for Overlordnix.
Yeah, this time around, like, the plan from Overlordnix is being very similar to one of the first matches, and it is working, and he will get the timeout as well. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I think this is the first time I see 2 timeouts in a row.
Man, yeah, this qualifier, as I've been saying, Yannick, and that's the thing, week in and week out, we've seen the quality and the quantity of the players just rise on the OOC. I love seeing this, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Although, with the quantity of players, the Macherino codes should follow. So.
Guys, stop being naughty, listen to Yannick. Okay.
The whole town representing Polish colors with that Drive Tech outfit.
He is indeed, to be fair. That beautiful white and red. Which are colors, to be fair, that are also in my national flag, Yannick, so we are kind of brothers.
Yeah, I wasn't vibing with the Drive Tech colors when they were announced, but I actually like how they came out.
Yeah, they're pretty good, yeah.
Onirush comboing into level 2, going for a side switch. Trying to bait out a DP perhaps with that unfinished combo, and gets the cheap kill with the DI in the end.
I think it was very clever for him. And also getting the burnout from that specific decision that he made, so very good on that side of things as well. But good conversion from the whole time. Already in the corner. Oh, okay. We see the -3 into the PP. I love it. I don't, I'm just kidding. But it was very good from Onirush there, so fair play to him.
A good jump in from the whole town. Decides not to spend any super meter. And he might pay dearly for it. Yeah, that's level 2. Oh, going for a reset there. Or did he just drop a combo in that drive reversal punish?
Seemed like a drop, yeah. It did seem like a drop. Okay, getting on the offensive is the whole time a little bit. Not getting baited by that fake ghost, which I do appreciate. Showing a little bit of matchup knowledge. But Onirush is out of the corner, Yannick.
Yes, and oh, that fireball is jumped over. He gets the whiff punish on it with the side switch. And now he's going to get level 2 very soon, and the whole town is in burnout.
And there it is, he's going for it as well on this block string.
And he doesn't manage to block the mix-up, of course, very difficult to do. And the question is, which town is it? That's the whole town is playing.
To this day, I don't yet know. I still don't know.
I've seen the Hungarian flag, so... Well, I only know one town in Hungary, and that would be Budapest.
Yeah, a lot of Portuguese students go there. Go figure. It must be a cool place for sure.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce what Krackerlack has typed.
Let me check. It's no. You would do a better job than me, Yannick, on that side of things.
Probably, because Hungarian is a Slavic language, right? But
It is.
although the way it's written, it's unlike most Slavic language. Wait, it's not a Slavic language?
Wait, it's
okay,
not?
I suck at geography.
Is it like... I actually thought it was. I think it is kinda unique in Ogric. Damn, we're learning today. Okay. But as we were speaking, of course, Onirush getting another round.
Okay, Finland and Hungary share the language family.
Okay.
Okay, so as I said, I suck at geography, so
Yeah, you need to be excused for that for sure. Okay. What a check with the stun medium kick. Mugashi. Oh, and gets the conversion as well.
and Onirush manages to get the second game, and once again we're in a position where the player needs to make the full give a sweep to, well, in this case, keep the tournament live, because this is loser's bracket. So let's see if the whole town has it in them.
It actually, it does sound good when you say it. Tried to get that PP on the heavy fissure. I don't know the name of that special. My bad. Okay. Slowly but surely, is Onirush poking away at victory, Yannick.
Yes, and Onirush gets to the set point. But I guess it makes sense, it's Pride Month, so we get a player, we need to have players with all the pronouns, including they, them, plural. So the whole town makes sense.
Respect on that. Good confirm on the low forward into the green right. Okay.
Gets the back throw, and this might be a good round for the whole town. Yes, he gets the hit, they get the hit.
Exactly. All of them get the hit. Oh my god. Gets the jump in from the TP. Okay. Level 2? No. No level 2 just yet.
Gets the crouching medium kick. And they are the ones who are pressuring in the corner right now, and well, they got level 3. Oh, but dropped the combo. But this is going to be a big hit.
No.
Decides not to spend though. Perhaps waiting for... Okay, they got Onirush is going to spend here. I was saying, but I wanted to say perhaps they didn't spend there because they wanted to keep a chance to fish with level 2, but they didn't need to manage to find the hit without it. And confirm. And I don't think I've seen this match before, so I wonder how it's going to go.
To be fair, Yannick, I think I've only seen this like once or twice in the OOC tournament. I've seen it, of course, a lot in the fight nights when both of them came to play. And well, it's always a joy to see these two play because they know each other very well, and they both display very, very unique styles of their characters, I would say.
Yes, and so far it seems to be going the way of Krackerlack. Overlordnix already in the corner. Oh, that Flash Knuckle is an interesting option in this matchup. I suppose it's kind of like a Gladius, except it moves you forward a lot.
Yeah, and also pushes you back a whole lot as well on the startup.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's another thing for sure. But okay, 50 seconds. Ooh, that Brandas almost hit.
Ooh, that's a good anti-air from Krackerlack. Those modern happy there. Good.
Ooh, I like that
Flash
heavy knuckle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and decides not to risk a DI attempt. Overlordnix had level 2 index, so...
Goes for the level 1 on this double jab confirm. Okay.
Yes, as we said,
from this
Dhalsim level 1 is a pretty strong super, a high damage one for a level 1 super. So I think it's very common for Dhalsims to want to spend their meter that way, by confirming into level 1 as many times as they can.
For sure. Okay. Almost got that clip there on that jump.
Blocked the drive reversal, and this is going to kill with the level 1. A perfect KO from Overlordnix. Good work on that drive gauge of Krackerlack, and then finish it off with a punish. Really well played by Overlord.
Ooh. The roundhouse is good, but of course got clipped by the fireball unfortunately there on Krackerlack's side. And there's the TP side switch.
Oh, the fireball still catching Krackerlack, even though she landed the hit with a fireball of her own.
And getting a pretty good damage from that Overlordnix.
Yeah, definitely a trade in his favor. Yeah, so Krackerlack struggling to see a way in, and Overlord finds the hit, converts it into yet another level 1, and it's Overlordnix who gets the first game.
Yes, sir. So 1-0 for Overlordnix, and that is a very, very uncommon trade.
Yes, and gets the perfect parry, throw into the corner. The fireball is going to come back to prolong the combo, but Krackerlack manages to find a jump out of the corner of her own.
And the shimmies.
Yet another perfect parry.
I was just gonna say, Yannick, like the shimmies have been doing a lot of work for Krackerlack today. I think one of the things that is sometimes overlooked on Luke, that was kind of a tongue twister, sorry, is his walk speed. His walk speed is actually better than the average, so shimmies on Luke are actually pretty good.
And Krackerlack ends it with a DI. Goes for the risky moves, goes first for the overhead flip, and then the DI. And another thing that has been working for Krackerlack for the entire day today, honestly, was those perfect parries. I think she has been very consistent hitting those today.
Agreed for sure. There's another one. But of course not guessing the high-low situation.
Yes,
it was an imperfect parry. But slowly but surely, Krackerlack creeping in, getting some good jump-ins as well.
Yes, decides not to spend there. Of course, keeping the meter. She wants to possibly keep it for the combo that will kill in this round, and if she doesn't find one, she of course wants to have full meter next round, if needed.
Exactly.
Gets the backdoor this time.
Okay.
Overlord is really
slides.
making work of those teleports, to be honest.
Yeah. Throughout the whole day today, but that's
Really
very
good.
good. Yeah.
OD Sandblast with the follow-up to get the kill, and Krackerlack equalizes the set.
I like that driver's roundhouse, but Overlordnix promptly getting that distance though. Once again, in the corner, probably setting up the TP, and there it is. There it is. Seems to be a very core element of Overlordnix's strategy in this matchup.
Yes, really good backdash to make the flash knuckle whiff, and gets the big punish combo. And also, Krackerlack is very low on drive right now, but the throw whiffs, and Krackerlack is getting a back throw, and this is starting to look scary. This is going to be burnout as well. No drive no super bar to react to drive, but manages to get himself out of the situations regardless. And this round was looking very dire for Overlordnix. So kudos to him for finding a way out from this situation, which I think should have been inescapable, I think.
Agreed. Agreed. And there it is, catching that float with the drive rush roundhouse. Very good option from Luke, being displayed here by Krackerlack. Question is, will she spend anything here? Yes, she will.
Yes, she spends everything, wants to go to round 3. Because when she is in burnout, in this position, you pretty much have to spend.
Yeah. You can get TP'd side switch and then the round is kinda over. Or almost over. So yeah, very fair from Krackerlack for sure. This time Overlordnix trying to get in with the help of those fireballs.
Another good backdash by Overlordnix to get the driver button to whiff.
And another favorable trade.
Yeah, the fireball seems to be very good in covering his way in this matchup. He seems to be using it very well. Now Krackerlack is very low on HP, and next hit could do it, man. Especially with level 2 on deck, or level 1. Level 2, of course, a little bit more difficult to confirm into, I think.
It is.
Oh,
Okay.
but this... I wonder if there was a way to kill off that perfect parry. But doesn't matter, manages to get the fireball, get Krackerlack to land on a fireball, and this is going to be 2-1 for Overlordnix, taking the lead once again in this set.
And that was a very good setup on the last interaction from Overlordnix, because that was a semi-checkmate situation. If Krackerlack took that fireball, it would almost be a chip kill. So very well done from Overlordnix on that part as well. Good DP though.
Yes, those modern DP definitely kind of strong tool against Dhalsim's float shenanigans.
And when we say kinda, that's a very big part for sure. Okay, get back in the corner, Overlordnix. You're being too naughty with those TPs, says Krackerlack.
Well, he got a few of those still in the pocket, it seems, because he teleports out of the corner once again. But this throw is going to take it for Krackerlack.
Yes, sir. And in terms of set, Krackerlack does need to get this match.
Overlord is starting his offense this time. Decides to keep distance after it was blocked. But the question I want to ask though, how many timeouts are we going to see in this set?
Versus Krackerlack, I would bet on none.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
If I had to bet, of course.
Gets the DP to whiff. I wonder how intentional that was.
Very good dives from Overlordnix being displayed, but Krackerlack right back on the offensive with that +1 crouch medium punches, season 1 all over again. Yeah, like holy shit. No DP this time around?
Oh, once again manages to make the DP weave.
Oh, charge fireball this time around. Another
Really good
charge
spacing
fireball?
on Overlordnix.
For sure. Charged fireball once again, and this time we see the TP.
He did get the hit, but didn't convert it into a combo, and there was a threat of a wake up level 3 tripping him out. But a very good decision to teleport behind Krackerlack to ensure some safety, and manages to close out the round in the end. And now he is on match point.
Does not get the conversion. Probably missed the level 1 there. Could be it. Okay. It's a pretty good situation for Overlordnix though. Does have to be careful, of course. In closer distances. Does have to take care against that level 3, but yeah, Nick, wanna confirm.
But really good confirm. Not quite going to kill, and Krackerlack is going to recover her drive, I think. Yes.
Yes, sir. It is the case.
But, well, she still has level 3 on deck. She has to find, she has to win this round in order to save her tournament life, but it's not going to be easy with this amount of life left against a Dhalsim. A stray poke or a stray teleport into jab, into throw is going to be all it takes to finish the set, and that's what Overlordnix gets. And he
Onirush is
moves
ready
on.
to, we're getting into the match.
And this is going to be Akuma.
Yes, sir. Really excited to see the Akuma from him, of course. Of course, maybe having this character as a main. And starting off very well with a good confirm into the heavy Tatsu. Getting the corner from it.
Yes, he already has Onirush in the corner, which of course is where you want to be as Chico.
Good safe jump as well.
And so far it seems that the offensive choices are great. Manages to duck over the DI and get the punish. I wonder what exactly was Onirush trying to defeat DI through. Because it seemed like a weird spot to DI.
Yeah, it was. I do agree with that. Ooh, almost gets the punish from that Chico. Very, very close, but gets this driver's jab conversion.
Decides to ban himself out with the combo. A little bit of a risk, but still has a lot of health left, so perhaps can afford to play a little bit risky.
Okay.
But Onirush drive reversal into a level 2. Chico gets hit.
Seems like a very good way to come back in terms of the life deficit for sure.
Yes, although Chico is already back from burnout, so there's still a lot of work for Onirush. Well, oh, the crouching medium kick hits, and this is going to kill. He's going to confirm into level 2. Doesn't want to watch the full cutscene animation, and game 1 goes to Chico.
Yep, I can respect that. He does seem to have a very good momentum going into Onirush, so that is probably the reason why he wants a shorter animation. He just wants to get this over with. Just wants to get as many rounds as fast as possible. Definitely respect that decision from Chico.
Yes, and Onirush, I think, it seems to me that they're playing very passive.
Too passive for sure, in my opinion at least. Yeah.
Yes, it's one thing to play defensively or reactively, but you have to be a little bit more active too. Otherwise, you're going to get overwhelmed with offense, especially against Akuma.
For sure. For sure.
And Chico gets another round. And let's see if Onirush manages to find a way to dictate his tempo a little bit.
That was an amazing whiff punish. I wanted to point out from Chico on that with the crouch medium kick, I think, from Onirush. Ooh, he was going for the optimal route. Unfortunately, dropped the EXR fireball, I would say, maybe, Yannick? I think.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I wonder if that could have killed, though. It would definitely would have been close.
It would have been close, yeah, I think.
Okay, going for level 2, probably going to combo into DI to get... No? Oh, just going to get the burnout by baiting parry. But Chico manages to find a light hit confirm. And it's going to be 2-0 for Chico.
The fast approach is, of course, still working.
Yes, it does fit Akuma.
Yep,
To try
especially
to
in
finish
this
it as
matchup.
soon as possible.
For sure.
And once again, Onirush pushed to the corner. forcing to defend himself. And tries to play the zoning game. Oh,
Yep.
the heavy kick whiffs. Of course, you can crouch under it to make it whiff. Not a huge punish though, but he gets the teleport into punish counter throw, and this could have been the opening he was waiting for, but he doesn't get the entire against the Demon Flip, but this time he does. Okay, Onirush starting to show some signs of life, and this might be a round for him, yes. Good perfect parry. And he's on the board finally, with a round at least.
Yes, sir. Good backdash there as well as a defensive option, but again, another perfect parry from Onirush. He's trying to turn into a prime Kaken with this one, I guess.
Perhaps. Oh, but Chico gets the overhead, bans himself out with that combo. This one I think a little bit more controversial of a decision, because if he loses this round, he loses the game. Onirush with another perfect parry combo.
There's
And
level
once
2.
again we're going to level 2, because in burnout extremely difficult to defend against it, and finds a hit after all.
Ooh, maybe Chico wasn't believing in that conversion, but still
Perhaps.
very favorable.
Oh, but I have to say those dive kicks that Chico is throwing are hitting him very high. I wonder if they're safe, because they don't look that safe to me, and Chico gets the overhead to finish the round.
Yeah, some of them do seem punishable, Yannick, I do agree with you. Good check though with the low forward, checking that drive rush attempt. Okay, very good dive kick, that was pretty low to the ground, this time coming from the flip. Okay, we're playing some Street Fighter 6, with that of course new toy that Akuma had on this previous patch.
This dive kick is going to land, and this is going to be it. A straight 3-0 for Chico.
Yep, the Akuma working very, very well versus Onirush's playstyle. Some very good dive kicks as well on these last few interactions from Chico, especially coming from
It
the Demon
seems
Flip.
like he's going to be playing with Ed, and Andrej of course staying with Sagat.
I do wonder if if Andrej will maybe switch characters if it doesn't go well. Probably not, because well, he does seem very, very keen on his Sagat, and I do trust him on his Sagat. His Sagat is definitely, in my opinion, one of the best, one of the best in Europe. So let us see, Yannick.
Yes, and also the same question can be asked for Railgun. Is he going to stick with it if it goes south? But for now it seems to be going pretty well for him. Manages to take Andrej into the corner, but Andrej manages to jump out instantly. Oh, but jumps back into the corner, unfortunately for him. And
Okay,
that
let's see.
DP is going to land. Another good counter hit confirmed from Andrej. And this round could go either way. Both players very low HP. Andrej, of course, a little bit lower, but both characters have high damage. Damage high enough to kill with a good hit, and the Railgun gets the hit with a flicker, and the first strike goes to him.
A tough
Good
one.
punish on the sweep.
It was. Gets also the midi strike to boot, and the corner.
The sweep looked really well spaced, but I guess there is no such thing as a safe sweep against Ed.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Very tough to do it, I would say, if it is possible. If it is possible.
Yes, Railgun manages to close out the round and gets the first game. Really dominant, maybe dominant is not the word. A very convincing performance so far, especially in that second round.
Yeah, Especially that second one for sure. I would agree with you, Yannick. Yes. There's a stand medium kick, doing leaps and bounds for Railgun, but Andrej with the -3 into EXDP. That's the gallows stack. I like that shit. Sorry for
Yes,
cursing.
that's the classic.
It's one of the things that when I was learning Street Fighter, my mentor did a lot to me, and I tried to incorporate it somewhat in my gameplay. To be fair, when I see it, I always get emotional. But very good.
Railgun continuing his convincing performance in this winners finals so far, gets another round on the board. And we need to ask the question: what does Andrej have to do to turn this set around? Because if it keeps going in this direction, it's not going to end well for Andrej.
Yeah. It's been really tough because, yeah, as we were saying, like Railgun is checking almost every single interaction from Andrej. It's quite impressive, to be fair. This time around the pokes.
Yes, so far it seems that Andrej decided that the answer is more buttons. And more buttons seems to work for now.
Yeah, seems like a pretty good answer, but what a bait from Railgun. And getting
good
the side
presence of
switch as
mind
well.
to side switch, yeah, before going for the punish. Isn't going to matter that much in the end, but it would put him closer to the corner. But this round is going to go into for Andrej. Good confirm into level 1. And he's showing signs of life in this winners finals.
For sure. Good low step kick, but this step kick is going to get checked by, I think that's the crouch medium kick, if I'm not mistaken. And this time the crouch light kick.
How many more DPs are we going to see?
Yeah, Andrej is going heavy on them, to be fair.
Yeah, what's crazy to me is he was going a little bit less with them, then one of them got blocked, and he decides that's the moment when he has to start going for them even more crazy.
Yep.
And well, it did seem to work for the DPs for him for a while, but Railgun manages to close out the round and put himself on set point. So I wonder if he continues to take those risks with those DPs, or if he's going to just hope that this was enough to condition Railgun into not taking his Oki and play a little bit more cautiously now.
Like
so far, he's getting a confirm into level 3. And we're not going to test my theory so far, because he's not going to get knocked down just yet. Oh, but this time he will. That was of course a safe jump. Ooh. And Andrej manages to find a game of for himself.
Yeah, like a more pokey approach. Tell me.
Yeah. I think your diagnosis is correct. I think just more pokes, more active in neutral is what Andrej decided to was the solution, and it seems to work for him for now. I wonder how long it's going to last. Meanwhile, he does get burnt out in the corner. Railgun decides not to prolong the pressure in burnout, just go for the stun while Andrej doesn't have a level 1. Get his damage.
Ooh.
Jump into DP.
I think it was quite medium, but yeah, still, nonetheless, quite strange conversion there from Yannick. From Andrej, not Yannick.
But Railgun manages to finish the round and put himself on set point once again.
Okay, going for the lights a little bit. Very good confirm though with the stand fierce. This time around for Andrej. 8+2, but Railgun
with the DP of his own.
Yes, sir.
Showing I have reversals as well. you need to respect those, and it's pretty difficult to respect those when you need every little bit, every hit, because you need to win. You need to win this game, right? You need to win every round in this game, and then you need to win one game more.
And the thing is, you need to win the neutral versus that, and that's the problem, in my opinion. With the
drops the
Sagat.
combo, but Railgun manages to find another hit, and this is going to put him in the grand finals in winner's side.
But
Oh wait, oh never mind, I got the players wrong, yeah. I don't think I've seen Andrej play anything else than Sagat in a long time. My bad.
Yeah. He seems very keen on staying with the Sagat as his only main, and I truly respect it. But then again,
Overlordnix gets the whiff punish for crouching under the heavy kick from Chico.
good anti-air as well.
Yeah, very good start for Overlordnix so far.
For sure. And of course we see Chico selecting the Akuma, which is very fair. I think either the Akuma or the Sagat are fit very well versus Dhalsim. So very, very fair in terms of the character selection from Chico.
Oh, good bait on the DI, although I'm not sure what the DI was aiming for in that position.
Me neither, to be fair. Okay, gets the mix from the first hit of the Shaka. Good DP.
But once again, Chico whiffs this heavy kick over Overlordnix's head when he was crouching. I think he might be overusing that button. But he decides to just switch characters altogether, though. Going back to Juri.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Opting out of the Sagat, for example. But let us see. I'm curious, Yannick. Let us see. Okay. Already in the corner is Overlordnix.
Yes, but we've seen him today. He doesn't seem that concerned about corners because once again he manages to teleport out of it.
To be fair, most of his TPs have been successful today. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so that is a thing
Good
for
check on the
sure.
teleport, although does get hit by the fireball.
Okay, charging some stocks successfully on Chico's part. Good conversion as well. Okay,
Lands
but
the
another
storm.
PP.
Gets himself stuck between the fireball and Dhalsim. And that always leads to some strong combos. Not enough to kill just yet, so Chico is going to have one more chance in this round. But it doesn't look good for him. Although this entire against the teleport looks very good. Bans himself out, which is a little bit controversial, I think, but manages to finish off the round.
And it was looking very, very dire for him, considering he was like one hit and chip damage because of the burnout. So kudos for that.
Yeah, although he was pressuring with low buttons, which means that level 2 would have whiffed if Overlordnix went for the reversal. So I guess that was the idea. And now Chico finding the level 3, it's suddenly looking like his game to win, and he's going to take it. Game 1 for Chico.
Very, very good comeback, to be fair. That first round was looking very, very bleak for him.
Yes, and this kind of momentum can fuel you up for the entire set, so let's see if Overlordnix manages to slow him down, or if this is just going to be a full right ahead for Chico.
Yeah. And this approach is working, like pushing a lot with the drive rush, approaches.
That's got the perfect parry though.
Okay. 2 stocks in hand for Chico.
A drive rush responded to with a drive rush of his own by Chico, and manages to find the hit before he got hit, and confirms into finishing the round.
Yes, sir. And already with a very good read on that jump and getting the corner. But again, successful TP from Overlordnix, re-establishing his ideal neutral situation.
Yes, although this neutral situation hasn't been that much of a problem for Chico in this set, except for game 1, round 1 perhaps.
I think it's one of the matchups that Overlordnix does have to convert that lead in the neutral. And maybe try to do some maybe fireball drive rush. Actually
Finds a good
approaching
jumping,
more,
though.
right?
Yeah, I do think he needs to find a way to approach. Those teleports seem to not be cutting it anymore in this matchup.
Yeah. True. Good check though. Not converting a lot from it, but it was nonetheless a very good check. What an air throw from Chico.
Overlordnix wakes up with black reversal.
Oh, that is good as well. Yep.
Really good reactions to the fireball by Chico. Goes through the fireball with level 3 and is going to put himself 2-0 in this set. In a prime situation to take the whole game. And now it's Overlordnix who needs to find the answers. Oh, good with punish from Chico.
Yep. Chico doing some very good plays all around in this set, to be fair. Very good quality plays, quality reads as well. Has to be pointed out, Yannick, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Keeps rushing Overlordnix down and has a life lead now, so now he doesn't even have to go in if he doesn't want to. But we're far from a timeout, of course. Overlordnix is a timeout expert for now, after those two.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But it doesn't seem to be on the cards in this set. But now the teleport behind Chico finally finds its mark. And now Overlord with the big damage. And finds the crouching heavy punch to put himself on the board for this game at least. And showing some signs of life. Showing that he's not done yet. Of course, there's still a long way ahead of him if he wants to make a comeback in this set.
Yeah, very big one for sure. Okay, gets the burnout.
Doesn't quite punish Chico for those kicks, but he's still in prime position to put some damage on Chico if he decides to go in, because, well, this is the issue. If your opponent is in burnout as Dhalsim, yeah, it's very difficult for them to close the distance, but if they don't have to, the burnout pressure from Dhalsim is not so great either.
Exactly. He does have the chip with the fireballs for sure, but as you said, Yannick, if he doesn't enter, he can't do that much damage. Okay.
Good job going
Good
for that
dive.
throw, avoiding that fireball situation, but Overlordnix manages to find the hit, and he manages to put himself on the board in terms of games. And now he's one step closer to making the comeback. Let's see if he is going to be able to keep at it. Good perfect parry from Chico. Converts into ADP, but a perfect parry from Overlordnix in response.
And the back throw incident as well.
Yeah. And now it's Chico in the corner. A good trade for him, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the trades are going very well into Overlordnix's favor for sure. And now the ideal neutral situation. Ooh.
Yes, it's a. We've seen it already a few times in this set. Chico's when Overlordnix throws the arching fireball, Chico is trying to go find an option to go in and try to land a hit before the fireball gets to him, so he doesn't have to deal with it. But this time Overlordnix wakes up with the level 2 and it actually hits this time. Very good. Chico doesn't go for the low meaty to try to avoid it and gets punished for it.
Exactly.
But now Chico with a level 2 of his own, because very strong pressure from Juri when she's in that Feng Shui engine.
Yes, sir. And there's the TP, and once again Chico getting the air throw on the TP.
Yes, at first we've seen him enter those with a jab, but now that he's more comfortable, more used to the matchup, more warmed up to the matchup, I should say, perhaps. We see him use the air throw option more and more. Really good presence of mind from him.
For sure. This time around, of course, being different. He got the perfect parry and the jab. But yes, both of them are working perfectly fine.
And now Chico is on set point.
Ooh, and this evades for sure, right? No, because
Wait.
she recovers standing, I think.
Oh yeah, she recovers standing, that makes sense. So another reversal super for Overlordnix, keeping him alive in this set.
Oh, I
Oh.
like that, but unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think Chico liked that. He does get a hit with the dive kick, but only one of those hits actually lands. The rest whiffs and he gets punished for it. And now Chico is in burnout. 2 bars of super though.
Some very good jumps to approach, and there's the V trigger. Sorry, the level 2.
Well,
Same
it is a
thing.
bit trigger.
Yeah.
And Overlord manages to find his way into a combo into the fireball that was on the that was flying over Chico. And are we going to see yet another character switch from Chico?
That's a good question. I mean, wasn't this final for Overlordnix though? Or am I tripping a little bit? Is it 2-2 or 3-2?
Oh wait, because he swapped characters, so yeah, it was
It's over, yeah.
my bad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
3-2.
Overlordnix takes it.
Yeah, like a couple of unfortunate situations on those last interactions for Chico. But yeah, we're getting right into the next match, Yannick.
Yes, Overlordnix keeps his tournament life alive, and now he's going into losers finals against Andrej, and Andrej is going to show us another character. Perhaps he heard me.
Very
Before-
curious. I'm very curious for sure, Yannick. Tell me.
Yeah, because I was talking about why he stayed on Sagat last time, so and then we concluded that he's mostly playing Sagat now, but now he shows he actually does have a different character in Bison. Although it seems interesting to me that he prefers to play Bison into Dhalsim instead of Sagat.
True.
Not what I would have guessed would be the better matchup.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred the Sagat as well, but hey,
Seems to be
round,
working.
It is working, yeah. To be fair. When the drive rush overhead.
Okay, Railgun says Sagat sim is not good for Sagat. Okay, so maybe I'm just not familiar.
I disagree with Railgun, to be fair. I think it's pretty good.
But shimmy by Andrej though.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on the players as well. I do think that Sagat has good answers for Dhalsim. But
Andrej
already-
proving Bison might be the answer though, because this round it was all him and he gets the first game.
Yes, sir. At least with this style, The Bison is definitely working.
Although I have to ask, Bison doesn't really have reversals outside of supers. And we've seen Andrej really liking having access to a reversal. So I wonder how that is going to work out for him.
The thing is, Yannick, if you are winning neutral 100% of the time, you don't need it. And that is exactly what's happening, to be fair. In Andrej.
Yeah, it seems that way. I guess you don't need a reversal if you don't have to defend. It seems to be the name of the game from now.
Like, legit kudos to this interpretation. I'm not gonna lie. It is working. And when it works, Gallows agrees, bro. I'm gonna be real with you.
Although Overlord has been behind in and made the comeback in a few sets today already, so I wouldn't rule him out just yet.
For sure. It's a very good edge to wear jump medium punch though from Andrej. And yeah, this goes.
Yeah. So this is going to be 2-0 to Andrej. Very quick 2-0, may I say.
It is.
And I wonder
Railgun.
what Overlord is
Come on.
going to do about this, because we definitely don't want to see him go out like this in this tournament.
I was just gonna say that Railgun is saying in the chat that Andrej is steamrolling, and that is precisely the case. We're continuing to see that steamroll. Ooh, that is not a punish, but it hit. And the bomb is still counting. +1. Okay, this time around, oh my god, we are seeing some sneaky Andrej DIs today. And they are working. That's not a kill, that's almost a kill. Ooh.
He went into the eye again. You heard the armor shatter because of the drive reversal, but he tried to DI once again.
He did. And again with the jump medium punch.
And Andrej is
very well.
on set point.
Yeah,
He wants that
already.
rematch against Railgun.
For sure.
And I wonder if he's going to stick with Bison if he wins. Oh, not fast enough to deal with that fireball though.
Okay, good punish on the perfect
He does have
parry.
time to do that? A full screen drive rush into standing heavy kick?
It is a very long normal. And
I
it drags
suppose.
out a lot, so but I was impressed with it as well, Yannick. I'm not gonna lie. But very good on Andrej's part. This will hit though, and it's gonna be burnout. Yeah, this round's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Yes, and Overlordnix showing some signs of life once again.
For sure. Some good perfect parries, and he gets in again. The scissors. Oh, nah, Andrej, you're a freaking legend, bro. What are you? Bro, this is Ultra Instinct Andrej. I think he found this character. Like, this is one of the best Bison displays I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. Bro is Ultra Instincting like this freaking match.
Yeah,
But
that
as I'm
with
saying
punish
this-
with that sweep was pretty crazy, not going to lie.
It was, especially after whipping that, I think it was the X Crusher, but this time around, Overlordnix getting some very, very good damage in, getting that safe distance. He almost got the kill.
Oh, but good anti-air on that Devil's Reverse. And Overlordnix is still fighting. He is not going to go into the night quietly.
Yeah, for sure. As you said earlier, and very well, Yannick. Okay, we got that crucial distance for Dhalsim, but Andrej getting some very, very good jump-ins. But slowly but surely, he's at less than 50% already.
Yes, this seems like a complete opposite of what we've seen in this set so far. Overlord finally finding his way into this matchup, although just as I start saying it, he gets hit by Andrej. And
Okay,
the bomb is still on
ticking.
him,
Yep,
and he's going
Another
to get
bomb.
another one planted.
almost kill.
Oh, goes for the DI, which isn't a terrible option when the bomb is ticking, but Andrej doesn't
It is
bite.
respectable. It is a respectable decision, yes, but... There we see another bomb being planted. Okay. This time around, Overlordnix dealt with the situation very well, and this will hit. And there's the burnout. Okay. Getting the control, getting the control.
Yes, he still has a lot of health left, so I think he's going to be able to survive this burnout. Yes, he can just defend for now. As we said, Dhalsim not the best character at pressuring when in burnout, but he does find a hit from that jump. And he is one round away from equalizing this set.
I was just reading what Krackerlack was saying in the chat. Did you see it yet?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, let us see how it turns out for him, I guess. Okay.
Gets the whiff punish on the DI.
Yes, sir.
We did slow down a little bit, which is good news for Overlord, I think. And teleports out of the corner, close to full bar or full free bars of supers, but this is going to be level 3. I'm not sure if it kills. Bison deals a lot of damage, and there wasn't much scaling, but yeah,
Almost. And there it is.
Ooh, and tries to under the eye Andrej himself.
True. And he's coming out from a very, very good Bison performance as well. I
That
think,
would be my bet as well.
yeah. I do think it really points to a Bison start here, but the man disagrees with us, Yannick. Apparently.
Well, we both lost the bet.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you guys that you should not lose the bet because you still have codes, I think, in the match arena.
Yes, we're starting the grand finals, so if you want the winner of this match to get some money, claim those match arena codes, or if you're feeling generous, donate to the prize money.
Yes, sir.
Exclamation point match arena is the command, I think.
Yes. And the hashtag is don't be naughty. Sorry. Railgun getting the corner here, but Andrej promptly getting that EXTP wake up reversal.
Good with punish on Andrej and gets the first round, and it seems that the momentum he got wasn't just for Bison. Perhaps getting some time to breathe, to rethink his strategy was what he needed, and not a character switch for this set.
True. Very true. Some very good pokes connecting from both. And there it is. The stun fierce target combo. Okay. What is the conversion? Tell me, Andrej. Level 3? Yes, sir.
Goes into level 3, this is not going to kill just yet, but it is going to put him one hit away from winning in this round.
Okay, good tag from him as well. Avoiding the side switch.
Keeps going for the fierce, just wants to erase that drive bar from Railgun, I think.
Okay, he needs to spend here.
Absolutely, and he is going to, so not much of a drive disadvantage, of a super bar disadvantage in the next round for Railgun. Slightly less than 1 bar. So definitely, he's definitely not going to complain about this situation.
Yeah, for sure. He really, really needed that. And he's almost got the corner already. Yes, sir.
Good with punish on the step kick.
And a very good conversion to boot right after. The medium kick doing a lot of work, as it should.
No with punish this time. Getting a little bit more nervous. Good with punish with the sweep from Andrej though.
Very, very good indeed. And there's the stand fierce target combo being very well placed, but is this the kill? Yes, sir.
This is good to kill with the level 1, so Railgun is the first one to get on the board in this Grand Finals, and of course he's still in the winner's bracket. So Andrej needs to win 2 sets in a row.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough work. If I had to bet, Yannick, I'm predicting a character change in the next loss for Andrej if it happens.
Okay.
If I had to bet.
I don't know if I would take the bet, but I think if he's sticking with Sagat for now, I think he is willing to go the whole distance with him.
Yeah, I can see that as well, yes, for sure. Okay, some good stab kicks and a very good jump in as well to get out of that corner. We see an attempt on that instant overhead from Railgun. Trying to get the space.
Finds the ODDP though. Bends himself out, trying to find some pressure. Does not land any hit, but lands the crouching medium punch and confirms it into level 2 and gets himself the round.
Yes, sir. A very clutch confirm to be fair from Andrej.
Yeah, that was very third strike like.
Okay.
This is going to be a big hit from Railgun. Doesn't want to spend, probably wants to save some meter for the next round if he can. Or tries to go for a DI. Andrej parries it. It seems that the DIs are working only for Andrej today.
Yeah, agreed. Another drive rush round start from Railgun. We've seen it, I think, on one of the previous runs as well. And to be fair, it is working.
ADP from Railgun. Oh, no with punish again, and the whiff with punish is getting with punished, and this is going to be a blocked super from Andrej, and this isn't going to quite kill yet. He's not even going to build level 3. But
it's a very sizable damage though, and this will kill.
Yes, this will kill. I don't think he has to spend level 3 exactly.
Yep.
Going for level 2, and equalizes this set for now.
Alright. Yeah, the whiff punishes have been very, very good from Andrej, especially of course with that crouch medium punch target combo, but promptly Railgun getting out of the corner. And this is the first bait that I think we've seen today with the flicker.
Perhaps. Good step kick from Andrej though. Oh, tries to go for the overhead, doesn't hit meaty enough. Railgun finds the Abara into level 2. Doesn't quite finish the combo, but Andrej is in burnout. And yeah, Railgun puts himself in burnout, but this is going to be a full chip out string with no gaps, so definitely a good decision by him.
Yep. Very, very well acknowledged for sure. Ooh, and he gets the flicker punish counter. Damn, another successful EXDP reversal from Andrej.
Yes, but we've seen this before. Andrej using a lot of reversals was not a good sign for him the previous time those guys played this tournament. And it seems like it's not going to be a good thing for him in this set as well. Because Railgun is one win away from winning this entire tournament today.
There it is once again. Very good with punish with this. Ooh.
Oh,
I don't think that was intended though, Yannick. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not. Put himself in the corner with that drop on the combo. Very unfortunate for Andrej. Especially considering the position he is in, he cannot afford to make those mistakes. And Railgun, of course, the kind of player that will punish you for it.
For sure.
Yes, and this corner pressure, they're very difficult to get out of.
See another attempt there on the instant overhead from Railgun. Okay, will he do the level 2? Yes, he's gonna force the burnout from Andrej.
Yes, and the idea is yet to go into full block string into another chip out scenario. Railgun seems to have those ready whenever an opportunity arises. Oh, but this DP, we've seen this him use DP in this situation a few times before, and Andrej this time was ready for it.
Okay.
Railgun gets the initiative, but there's still some health. Oh, although okay, he now manages to equalize the health for this round.
Okay, a little bit of poking.
And this is match point for Railgun. One hit might be able to do it.
Yep.
Good perfect parry by Andrej though. And I think you have to spend everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree with Andrej. And despite the perfect parry scaling, this should kill. So we're going to have one more round at least in this game. Although Railgun is going to start with a heavy meter advantage.
Yep.
For the tournament point.
Almost full level 3. Okay.
Oh, good DI.
Or rather, I think it was a reaction, actually.
Could have been. Either way, Andrej with the DI once again, showing us why he is the DI king of OOC.
He does deserve that title, to be fair. For sure. Okay, gets the meaty strike going. Okay, good jump in as well. There's the instant overhead. Doesn't quite kill. Yes. Okay.
And he's one hit away from ending this tournament. But Andrej gets the hit.
Level
into
2.
the level 2.
Yep.
And we're going to be on 2-2 in this first set of the Grand Finals. Andrej staying alive. One game away from a reset.
And once again, a very, very clutch confirm coming from that crouch medium punch on Andrej's part. And the run start Tiger Knee, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see against that. Okay. Sir, good confirm. Another good confirm. And that's the corner. Alright. What a sweep. And this
Another
level 1
by Andrej.
Okay. Ooh. Doesn't quite get the whiff punish there with the jab, but I saw the intention, and that's a good reversal on my book. It's a good reversal on my book.
Definitely puts him on reset point. So can't be that bad.
Yeah, for sure. Still have a very good health pool to deal with the block situation as well, with the punish situation as well. So yeah,
he was buffering. He was ready to enter. Yeah, that I don't know if you've seen the buffering, but perhaps looking to react to something with a level 1.
maybe. I did not see it, to be fair. Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I didn't. Ooh, okay. Very low on health is Andrej at the moment. Ooh, and gets the walk under. Jab confirm.
Oh, doesn't get the instant overhead.
Yeah. It's very,
And
very...
this is looking scary. Andrej getting the hit.
That's the kill. That's kill.
Yes, going to get the level 3, and this is going to be a reset.
Yes, sir. Andrej is really telling me that this matchup can indeed work. I'm really proud of this fellow, not gonna lie. He's doing his utmost to make this matchup work. I respect him for that. And so, we're heading into the reset.
And it seems both players want to stay with their characters. Well, I guess Andrej cannot swap now, right?
Yeah, he can.
But
can't.
Railgun decides to keep playing with Ed, doesn't want to swap to Cammy.
I agree with Railgun's decision for sure. In terms of character matchup, of course. But could be an interesting change of pace getting that Cammy out. I can see that angle as well. Good with punish again with that sweep.
Yeah, I mean that first set was pretty close, so definitely doesn't need to throw out the entire strategy.
Agreed. Alright, good stun medium kick. Bang! That's the stun fierce once again, and this time confirms into the TC.
Once again, the instant overhead whiffs. Is this some kind of deal where if you're crouching, you don't get hit by it, or why have those been missing so many times already? Or is he just too far when doing that?
I would say that's the case, Yannick, yeah. If I had to bet, I would say that the distance is the factor.
Because the whole point is to catch your opponent crouching, right? So
Yeah. Might be the distance. Okay.
Good with punish with the flicker though.
Yeah, he was. I did see this buffer, yeah, like that's for sure. That I will tell you. Okay, that's a +4.
Gets the Tiger Nexus.
Very good confirm from that situation as well. Tries the sneaky drive rush overhead.
Gets the back throw into the corner, but back dashes instead of going in.
Ooh, Railgun is burnt out. Will he get the level 3? Yes, he will.
Yes, spends everything, and it seems that a little bit the pace of the match has changed in a way that players, now that we are in that reset, Grand Finals reset, the players seem to be much more cautious to not make a mistake. They're definitely taking fewer risks than they were before.
Definitely agreed.
And I wonder if this is a change of pace that Andrej is going to like, because he doesn't seem to me like the kind of player to thrive. He is more of the kind of guy who will want to create chaotic situations and find his way through the scrambles. But as I say this, he's going to find a confirm into level 3 and take the lead in this Grand Finals reset.
Yep. It has been working. Which is kind of curious as to everything that we've been saying so far. But it is indeed working in Andrej's favor. Okay, are we going into the menu? Okay, no. Railgun is sticking with his guns.
Yes, they were taking a little bit of their time confirming the rematch, so I was also wondering if we were going for the Cammy, but no, Railgun sticks with Ed, and well, it seems to be working for him this time.
Yep, very fast round. Yep, for sure. I've never seen that sweet frame kill that Railgun did there. That was very interesting. I really liked it. Okay, we'll see the punish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A really nice punish by Andrej with that forward heavy kick.
Okay, good check with the stun medium kick TC as well.
Oh, drops the trade combo. A little bit too far to continue that. And Railgun gets the back throw. Oh, but Andrej gets the overhead, and how much is he going to have to spend to kill here? Level 1 is going to be enough.
Good decision. Good decision.
Good counter poke by Railgun.
Interesting trade.
Doesn't get a trade combo this time though.
Okay, a little bit of zoning with the fireballs as well, trying to get his drive gauge in check. Very sensible from Andrej for sure.
We've seen a few of those standing fierces from Andrej within. Railgun not ready to with punish those just yet. But if he keeps going for it, I think this might be the way for Railgun to get a lot of damage.
Doesn't quite get the punish, a very sizable punish that is, but well, okay.
Doesn't confirm into a longer combo. Oh, but this is going to be it. And Railgun equalizes the set. Both players 1-1. And this is basically an FT2 from this point.
Yeah,
onward.
exactly. Then again, I think that's that crouch heavy kick from Railgun. Doing a lot of work. Good cross-up jump from Andrej there.
Andrej buffering even though he didn't have a super stock, so maybe he was buffering a DP then?
Maybe. It was indeed very curious, Janek. I do have to agree. Okay, but this is a very good look for Andrej.
Oh,
Shimmy.
doesn't get the combo on a shimmy. Oh,
Ooh, okay. I like it.
Railgun a little bit too hesitant to pull the trigger on that snatcher. Allows Andrej to whiff the parry and go for the DI and still get the punish counter.
Ooh, yet another reversal. Okay. And he...
Oh,
on one of the last frames for sure.
yeah, there's only one DI king.
Yep.
And Andrej is going to take game 3 with it. And now he's one game away from winning this whole tournament. And Railgun is sticking with Ed.
Again, I can respect it. Another low step kick blocked into the XDP, man. I'm loving this from Andrej. If it's working, if he's respecting, if he's not respecting that often, just keep doing it, I guess. Especially on round start when you don't have to risk that much health to do so. I can respect it for sure.
On the other hand, Railgun has also been representing that option and it hasn't been working out for him. So maybe
Agreed.
we would like to see it less from him. But just as I said, he finds a hit and gets the round.
He's making very good use of both the crouch medium kick and the crouch heavy kick.
Oh,
shimmy.
once again misses the punish on the shimmy, and this could have been a lot of damage for him. Oh,
I like
speaking of a lot of damage,
but yeah, unfortunately, a very, very important drop.
yeah, so this is going to cost Andrej this second game entirely, and now this is going to be final game for this tournament.
Which is, to be fair, very, very amazing coming from both these players.
Andrej with another OD reversal. Not afraid to rip those out all the way through the tournament, even in the Grand Finals final game.
I can for sure respect that. But a very good confirm though from that stand medium punch from Railgun. That being said, Yannick, this man already has the drive gauge, but
Really
he's in the
good
corner.
backdash to get that step kick to whiff by Railgun. We've seen that already a few times, both in this set and in the set in the winners finals.
through that. And what a a block punish this time around on that -5 from the stand fierce. Getting that crouch light kick. What an awareness from Railgun.
And Railgun, this is tournament point for him. Oh, another whiff DP in a combo type of situation, and this is going to be pretty tilting if I'm in Andrej's position.
Yeah, goes into the double dash Shoki. Okay, it works out very well from him.
But he keeps his mental composure and drops the combo. Just as I was starting to say that he is going to equalize the round count. But this is not yet lost, of course. Manages to land a hit, finds a throw, and he's one throw away, and he gets it. We're going into a final game, final round.
Let's go, let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, he went for that
overhead.
Yeah.
And wake up DP. This man is going to risk it all.
I respect it.
He's not afraid to take big risks, and this jump in is going to work. Not going to spend level 3 just yet, but he is one good hit away from winning this tournament now.
He's really calling out Railgun on those reversals though. That's what he's been doing a lot. He's been shimming a lot. And to be fair, Railgun hasn't been punishing him a lot for doing that. Okay, and he will get it if he wants to.
Out, but
Yep.
he's going to confirm into super, and I think this is going to be it. Andrej is going to win Odyssey of Combat Tournament 3.
Yes, sir.